Confucius, a Chinese philosopher, 551 to 479 BC. At the age of 15, I turned my thoughts to studies. At 30, I acquired independence. At 40, I freed myself from doubts. At 50, I got to know the will of the heaven. At 60, I learned to distinguish the truth from the lie. At the age of 70, I started to follow the desire of my heart and did not break the ritual. He never did anything extraordinary, but thousands of temples all over China are devoted to him, and his teachings became the official religion of the Chinese. The great philosopher Confucius showed his fellow citizens the way that they have followed for 25 centuries. When the Chinese philosopher Kun Shi, known to the Europeans as Confucius, was born, his father was in his 80s and his mother was barely 17. His father soon passed away. The family became poor, and Confucius had to work from early childhood, growing vegetables and cleaning the house. While doing the hard work, he managed to learn to read on his own, and to know and do what every cultured person in China was supposed to know and be able to do. By nature he was strong, heavily built, and very tall. His appearance was unusual. According to his contemporaries, his big bulging eyes, massive nose, turned-up lip, big front teeth, and incredibly thick eyebrows made him look like a four-eyed demon. If you know what has to be done, but do not do it, it is the worst of cowardice. Confucius dreamed of bringing back the golden era that existed at the beginning of the Zhou dynasty and bringing China to prosperity. So he created his own social system. He saw the model of society as the family with a father as the head, in which the elders loved the young people and cared for them, and the young people in turn respond with devotion. Confucius felt that a good ruler could govern his country by teaching his subjects to respect Li, the traditional ritual that determined everything, a person's behavior in the family, at work, and in society, and even his way of thinking. He believed that if a ruler respects traditions, his people will observe them, and the need for punishment disappears. Teach only those who, on having learned one angle of a square, are able to imagine all the other three. Confucius, who did not hold any important position, could not bring his teachings to the rulers, so he started teaching all those who wished to learn. For little pay, a bundle of dried meat, he talked to his pupils about ancient Chinese wisdom and taught them old customs and traditions. The number of pupils during Confucius's life came up to 3,000. If they spit at your back, it means that you are ahead. In 517 BC, after the Palace Revolution, Confucius left his country, the Principality of Lu, and traveled all over the Chinese Empire together with several pupils of his, trying to bring his ideas to the local rulers. But they were too complicated for common people, and the authorities considered his demands too high. Confucius was able to put his teachings into practice only when he was appointed manager of the province at the age of 50, and later as the chief attorney and advisor of the ruler. Following his own teachings, he appointed people to positions according to their abilities, fought embezzlers of public property, and introduced proper order in taxation. During Confucius's rule, theft disappeared, and people started to pay more attention to ancient rituals. However, when the ruler of the Lu Principality acted against the principles of Confucius's teaching, The philosopher resigned. I am not unhappy if people do not understand me. I am unhappy if I do not understand people. The 60-year-old Confucius returned home and spent the last years of his life studying ancient Chinese literature. The philosopher's pupils entered his wise sayings in the book Lun Yui, Talks with Judgments. This work became the main book of Confucian teaching. He did not set out to create a new religion, and he answered one of his pupils' questions about life after death by saying, "Can one serve spirits with dignity if he has not learned to serve people with honesty?" However, after his own death, he became respected as the original teacher of humankind, and Confucianism became the official religion in China. If one knows the right way in the morning, then one may die in the evening.